Do I have to talk too in it?
You can talk, Ben. So this is our video screen. It's a 7 meter by 4 meter. The first step here is we have to pull the outriggers out. So Ben will pull the outriggers out.
There is a release pin on
there. There is a release pin, and you bring them out. We're gonna pull all 4 outriggers out. Ben forgets the pin again, but we'll pull these out. Talk a little bit about the power here as he pulls the other 2 outriggers out. This thing takes two 240 volt 50 amp circuits, so they're both up here. Another note is that the screens have to be off when you use the hydraulics. So if the screens are on, the hydraulics won't work, and vice versa. As you see, the screen is folded in half. The screen is about 9'6" to 9'8" tall when it's folded on the trailer. So Ben has all 4 outriggers out. So now we'll go into the main cabinet. There's 2 options here for there's main cabinet controls, stuff in here, but I would suggest that we, you can pull the emergency stop. Yep, see, pull emergency stop, make sure it works. I would recommend that you use the handheld device. It's a lot easier to work with. So Ben turns on the motor from here, and we have this handheld device. Here, show me the handheld device right there. It's good. So you have jacks for all 4 separate, or you can jack all at the same time, which I usually start with. You have LED up, LED down, and rotation. Make sure you don't use the rotation until the LED is up. There's also the flip command, which will flip the screens up, and when you do toggle, it'll flip the screens down. So go ahead, we're gonna hit start, and we'll start with all 4. We're gonna start with all 4.
Remember to make sure you have it set to remote control.
Oh yes, in the cabinet, we're using the yellow controller. Set it from remote control, from wire control to remote controller. So Ben's doing one at a time. We just want to get some weight off the axles.
In this case, we probably should put a jack over there. Piece of block.
Was that as far as it could go?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll raise this up a little bit more in the back. Oop. There we go. So yeah, we're not on the most even ground. So this front one probably should have a block. You want to raise? Can you raise the back any farther?
That's as high.
That's as high as it goes. Okay.
So yeah, we should have a block there.
So the front should have a block here. Okay, now Ben is raising the screen, which you want to do before you do any of the flip work. I'll back up here. All right, we're now doing the flip command. This does take a while. So we do have some LED lights back here. We have turn signals. We'll come around as this is coming up. Standard 2 1/4 ball here. These weigh about 10,000 pounds. I wouldn't try to pull it with a 1/2 ton. Pull it with a 3/4 ton. Seeing here in the center has the hydraulics are in this stainless steel case here in the middle. It's also why you don't want to rotate until you get it farther up. All right, as this is going up, this is the main control cabinet here. Match up the key numbers to the 510, 510. This is where we have the brains of the unit. Right up here is the Nova Star VX400 video controller. We'll show this in a minute. This has HDMI 1, 2, DVI, and SDI. It also has optical inputs and a mosaic. We have an Sun audio mixer that has Bluetooth. There is a Bluetooth password. It is in the instructions up here. So if you have Bluetooth, you also have an old style mic input, the bigger one, at the 3.5 millimeter. That goes for the 4 speakers that are on the screen. However, in most cases, for most productions, probably can use those speakers anyway. Then right now, we'll go back to the screen. There is a latch to tie the top and bottom of the screens together. So, as you see, there's all this metal framing back here to hold up these panels. The panels have boxes back here, which these are accessible to replace power supplies, to access, to change the screens. Some places behind the metal is a little more difficult than others, but there will be spare parts provided as well on your trip. Ben's going to take this up a little bit farther, and I guess you're going to rotate the screen, right? So as you see, we're 8 minutes into the video, and we're pretty much already done. All right, rotation's rather quick. I have to get way back here so you guys can see the whole screen. All right, so here we go. Now, in most cases, if you're doing a performance, I would probably say to have the screen in the other direction so your video guy is hanging out back. But for today's demonstration, we're going to have it here so we can show the video working up here. I'm going to grab my laptop, so give me 1 minute, and I'm going to hook it up to HDMI. We are back with the laptop connected to the sound and HDMI 1. And this is only standard definition, so I will play a high definition video here in a second. But all right, starting the disconnect procedure. So, first step is pull your cables from any external devices. So this will be the laptop in this case. I must have been on Bluetooth.
Yeah, apparently you are on Bluetooth.
So we thought it was on 3.5, but I did have Bluetooth connected on this before. So
you can power down your amplifier.
Yep, power down both items back here.
Turning off your cabinet switch and your 2 screen switches.
Yep, so once the screens are off, as we mentioned, then you can use the hydraulics.
Making sure it is set to the remote function.
Okay, yep, we're back. We're still in remote over here. And now Ben's gonna have to hit the toggle button on this. Start and hit toggle. No, you want to flip the screen first.
Oh. Well, this is actually the side that it's normally on. I had it flipped around for inside.
Are you going to spin it first?
Oh, we can.
Okay, so we're going to put it back the way it was. So we're going to spin the screen. So this will continue to spin the same clockwise direction. And then he toggled the button there, so it actually is now spinning the counterclockwise direction. Which, as we mentioned, is on here, it's called start up and down. So that will toggle it much easier than doing this cabinet. So this does rotate rather quickly. The slow part of the process is the flip itself. So we're going to get this so it lines up. We're going to make sure, I'm going to check down here quick to make sure it's not past the hydraulic cabinet. Eye it up, it looks good.
Then we can start coming down.
We're going to come down a little bit. We'll get down here just past the cabinet a little bit. Make sure that part's good. All right, we're down past the cabinet. We'll do the flip option right now.
Don't forget to...
So, yep, don't forget to pull off these. And that's the thing, you gotta put it down low enough so you can actually reach them. So Ben has to get them a little lower than I do. So get that one over there. We'll walk to the other side. We'll unclip it over here as well. Now when it's unclipped, we can do the flip option. There we go. It's a slow process. It does flip down a little quicker and goes up, but with the weight, of course. But if it doesn't flip right away, you can always hit the start green button on there and try it again. So like I said, this is the slowest process, but this is moving a lot of weight. Okay, the flip is complete. We're back down in transport mode. Ben is going to lower this down until it hits the stops, which have a little bit of rubber down here. Keep good notice on this rubber so it stays in good shape, doesn't damage our screen. As it touches the rubber, probably a little bit more. This rubber back here, you know, it's a little shorter than the rubber up front. So not quite down up here. Alright. Guess.
I take the pressure off a little bit.
Alright. So we're almost down. We did have the jacks not quite aligned up how you'd want them. So We're going to pick them back up. You see, we toggled it, so we're going to bring these all back to resting position. So the screen down. Now we're going to bring the screen down the rest of the way. All right, as you heard, the screen's rested the way down, so final step here is to push these jacks back in place.
So that clip latches too.
Okay. So as mentioned, there's also a clip back there that latches that in as well. So you have to unlatch that clip before you put the outriggers back in. So with that, we'll put the 4 outriggers back in. We'll put the box back away and we'll be done.